Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a closer look at Laykus' uncle, Azuth Aindra. But as usual, before we do so, let me quickly thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. Also check out my new video about elves on my fantasy channel, it's linked down in the description. Now with all of that said, let's dive into today's topic, and Azuth Aindra was already hinted at during the invasion of Ries by the demon emperor Yaldabaoth, and this in retrospective was something very close to an unforeseen consequence even back then, while the forces Nezaric had deployed were more than enough to deal with Azuth Aindra and his team, considering that Sheltir, Aura, Mare, the Evil Lords, Demiurge, Sebas, and of course Einzulgon were there, alongside the player-this battlemate formation themselves. But let's just say that Azuth would have still had an impact on this invasion, if he for example would have taken out a player-this or two. But he couldn't make it in time, because even back then we learned that usually he is near the border of the kingdom, with the Arkland Council State, and therefore he couldn't make it in time, in order to have an impact on anything. And furthermore, we learned that it was not distance itself that was the main problem, but that they were on a mission themselves. And it was the northern part of the kingdom near the border with the Arkland Council State that Azuth Aindra first appeared, when he was saving the people of Ena Uru. And this is where the spoiler part starts, because Azuth Aindra had allied himself with Platinum Dragonlord, one of the counselors of the Arkland Council State, and the very one who initialized this very project. And in the Council State itself, the Dragonlords apparently teach wild magic to some subjects. So this is really the first time we see Platinum's influence on the wider story. Furthermore, Platinum was also the one who had sent out his armor to combat Sheltir, but he had to retreat, after realizing that the blood-red Valkyrie was too strong for his armor alone. Additionally, it had been Platinum who told Azuth Aindra to name-drop Rufus to the Black Scripture back during their meeting, something that alone deeply unsettled them, before their discomfort turned into anger, thanks to the insults that followed. So Azuth Aindra has a very strong friend, just like Rigrid Bear's Karoo has. But with all of that said, the armor of reinforcement is nothing that Platinum has bestowed to Azuth Aindra, but seemingly something that is truly Azuth's own. Though arguably a powerful fighter, Azuth Aindra is, as mentioned before, comparably weak when, for example, compared or measured against Gargeran or his very own niece, because all of his skills, talents and abilities are solely focused on piloting this armor of reinforcement, which will also get its own video, but just a bit later. But with all of that said, not only his abilities and relationships, but also the character in and of itself is extremely interesting. In contrast to many other nobles, he is not interested in etiquette or elaborate feasts, fine festivals, or any other social occupation. His power doesn't come from being well connected to other powerful beings for political reasons, but from piloting a mech suit capable of taking out a minor nation on its own, if given enough time. And he isn't the type for these activities either. While he is most certainly seen and praised as a great hero of noble heritage, he just wants to eat, drink, sleep with girls, fight, and generally have a good time. He doesn't take things very serious, and was pursuing pleasure over political power, which again, and I have to highlight this, he could very easily have gotten, because he's piloting a mech suit capable of taking out Death Knights with ease, and they are more or less on the same level as members of the Black Scripture, and actually a bit stronger than Gazev Stronov. So joining a neutral entity that has to stay out of inner and interstate conflicts was a natural choice to him. And this might just be me, but he always reminded me a bit of Captain Jack Sparrow. And I can't be the only one, right? Now lastly, Azuth Aindra was always a weird guy, and his attitude in general and towards women in particular alienated his niece Laykus, While she wanted to become an adamantite-ranked adventurer like her uncle, she mentally escaped from the escapades of him into her imaginary worlds, for she, just like Ulbert Elaine Odell, suffered from or rather enjoyed the infamous 8th grader syndrome. She was and still is a Tunibue, and her vivid imagination, compared with her firm down-to-earth religious beliefs, not only contrasted Azuth Aindra's more relaxed attitude, but this very thing, this strong belief, and the vivid imagination of Laykus might also be the reason why she became so good at faith-based magic, that she can literally resurrect the dead. She basically was power-leveled by escaping into her imagination and by escaping into religion. But again, that's just my take on all of this. What's yours? Let me know down in the comment section. And with all of that said, I say thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Bad Guy Ye, Bad Burrito 316, B Zer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Thuralchivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantum, Personage, Q Nekerkos P, Primus 11, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rock Ed Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.